The American dream is pretty modest when you think about it. Most people just want a good job, have an affordable home, send their kids to college, take the occasional vacation. But for millions of people, the American dream is becoming increasingly out of reach. We live in a society where wealth is concentrated in the pockets of the powerful few. The wealthiest 1% of people in the US own twice the wealth of everyone in the bottom 90 combined, and where the wealthy and powerful use their influence to rig the game for their own self-interest. With that level of inequality, the fabric of society begins to tear apart. Schools break down, roads and bridges crumble, people can't afford basics like healthcare and housing. And it doesn't matter how hard you work, stagnant wages and rising costs make it impossible to get ahead. Inequality was already on the rise in America, made worse by the Great Recession. Trump's tax scam poured fuel on the fire. Today, millions of people are struggling to get by. So what can be done? It starts with ensuring the rich pay their fair share. There's a lot of ideas out there on how to close the wealth gap. Here's a few. 1. Raise the tax rate on top earners. Don't let conservatives fool you. A 60 or 70% tax rate on the ultra-rich only impacts people who make millions in income in a single year. At previous times in our history, top rates on the wealthy have been as high as 90%, and our economy flourished. 2. Increase the capital gains tax. Because most really rich people make their money through investments rather than paychecks, we need to raise the capital gains rate as well. Paltry capital gains taxes are why people like Warren Buffett can pay a lower rate than his secretary. 3. Tax wealth. An even more direct approach to addressing inequality is to tax huge fortunes. If people with more than $50 million of assets paid just a 2 to 3% wealth tax, we'd have trillions more to invest back into our economy. 4. More cops on the beat. None of this matters if the rich are dodging the taxes they owe. We need to ensure IRS auditors aren't overmatched by wealthy people who hide their assets offshore. 5. Finally, close the loopholes that allow the rich to dodge paying billions in taxes. Taken together, these ideas will help reduce income inequality in America, and that's good for everyone. Companies will have more people who can afford to buy their goods, and the rest of us will have more money to pursue our dreams. That will put a smile on all of our faces.